the show going. The recording is on. Ladies and gentlemen, if my sound is good, type 11 into the chat right now. Wonderful. That's what I like to hear. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, from wherever you are joining us. Welcome to the Newsbeat Open House Orientation. My name is Eddy. I am one of the traders here in the room. I'm going to spend the next 30 or so minutes introducing the room to all you newer users. After that, I will hand over the mic and the screen to Geronimo, who will be giving us a pre-market recap of what to expect, what names he'll be watching, and all that fun stuff. So let's get to business. Let's get going. First things first, the usual disclosures. Please screenshot, read, know everything about this disclosure. Before trading with us, it is important that you agree to it. If you don't agree to it, please leave the room. Here is number 2. Of course, if you'd like a copy, you can always email us. So, welcome to the Newsbeat Open House. We are excited to have you here, Geronimo and I. I'm going to spend some time introducing the room, setting the ground rules straight, and if you guys have any questions, we will take some at the end, time permitting. So, an introduction to the room. We want to trade smart, we want to be professional, we want to have fun, we want to learn new stuff, and we want to grow. That's who we are and who we want to be as traders. We are a family and a community. A lot of people in this room have been here 3, 4, 5 years, and we do know a lot of these people, sometimes personally, sometimes not, but we are a family, we are a team. The ultimate goal of this room is to become a profitable trader with no toxicity. We'll talk about toxicity throughout the week, but we all know what toxicity is you lose money, you're angry at the people around you, you're unhappy, you're depressed, you're in a fetal position in bed. That's not who we are. That's not who we want to be. We want to be excited about trading, excited about coming into the morning right before the market opens. That's who we want to be. And our specialty is news flow, especially for Geronimo and his team. So we love news. The sooner we get it, the better. You will be hearing more from that from Geronimo probably later today or in the after show, we'll see. But that is our specialty. So about Geronimo, he is the room leader. I call him the prophet of the Qs. He's a long-time, full-time trader, I think something like 25 years, focuses on price action, momentum, and has an heavy emphasis on news flow and relationship-based trading. His email is geronimo@t3live.com, and he is available whenever by email. Next, myself, moderator. I am an investor and trader for a very long time. It is not until I joined this room in April 2019 that I found success and consistency with this community. I am a hyper scalper by nature, and I love the quick trade, quick cash flow. My email is eddy@t3live. I'm also available whenever. I'm very responsive by email, so if you have any questions, feel free to email me. If the question is not for me or if I can't answer it, I will, of course, forward it and make sure your inquiry is taken care of ASAP. Some members to note. First one, David W. He is another moderator in the room. He is not on the microphone, but he does help us keep the rules enforced. So I don't know if he's in yet. I know it's a little early still, but he is one of us. Next, we have the diamond traders. If you're a diamond trader, you can just type 11 in the chat. I know it's early. I don't know how many people are on yet, but if you're a diamond trader, these are the traders that have a little diamond next to their name. We consider them to be senior traders, and they tend to have 2 characteristics. One, they tend to be very knowledgeable traders, so they do know their craft. And 2, they're always willing and ready to help fellow bandits, right? So, if you look, when we don't have an open house, people who are diamond traders are always helping other people, and we find that to be very admirable. The next are the trading counselors. Trading counselors, if you guys want to say hello, the trading counselors can be reached at info@t3live.com. Anything regarding courses, subscription issues, pricing, please go straight to them. Geronimo and I really don't handle this, so this is not what we do, but they will be the people who can assist you for those types of things. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Doug. Good morning, Mark. They are shy this morning. So let's get to business. About the Newsbeat Open House. This event, you will get access to our community. Even though this room is open 24/7, technically, people are pretty much people are in the room basically until early evening, so it's really, really nice. We do a Sunday weekly review at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We weren't able to do one this past weekend because of all the holidays going on, so it was just an exceptional weekend. But we do a weekly review, tends to last about an hour. The room is open, so it's open all the time, but when the market is open from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m., this room is rumbling. It is energetic, and it is truly, truly fun. We have live coaching Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Los Angeles time for those who care to distinguish. And then this week especially, we are going to be doing bonus lessons at 1 p.m. on these days, so 1 p.m. Eastern, middle of the day. On Tuesday, it'll be an inside bar breakout strategy led by Geronimo. On Thursday, it'll be a trading psychology show led by Geronimo. And then Friday, we'll be doing a Ask Me Anything Q&A session where just ask whatever you want. All right, house rules. Number 1, be nice and show everyone respect. We really, really do not tolerate mean people. Everybody gets respect, period. Number 2, no bragging. No posting profit and loss, no numbers. I don't want to hear that you made $100 or $1,000 or hopefully $1 million, right? That's not what we do here. If you start posting those types of numbers, those who are struggling tend to have FOMO, they tend to have toxicity. For their sake, we ask that we do not have numbers posted in the room. If you want to say something like, I had a very good day or I had a very bad day, that's a different story. But for those who are struggling, we do want to protect them as much as possible. So if you want to send us an email and say how much you made, knock yourself out. No problem there, just not in the room. Next, my favorite rule. Boom is acceptable. Absolutely. No politics. No politics, no politics, no politics. I don't want to hear anything about Biden or Trump or the Republicans or the Democrats. I don't care who you vote for. You don't care who I vote for. Nobody cares who other people vote for. The one exception in this room, if it's market related, if it can move the market, facts only are acceptable. For example, I think it was last year we were talking about the Build Back Better plan with Manchin and Biden and all that, and it was acceptable to talk about this because it was moving the market. Anytime a senator said something, the cues would move in a direction. But if you're saying, oh, I think it's a horrible bill or I think it's a great bill, we will delete those comments, and we're pretty strict on that. Nobody needs more politics. We all have enough stress in our life from that. Last main rule, you are responsible for your trades, no one else. You are the one clicking buy and sell, no one else. So if someone has a trade and it goes great, it's on you. If it goes poorly, it's on you. Period. Period. So, next slide, recommendations for the new members. Please, 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 please do not trade until you understand what we are doing. Everyone wants to make money, but it is best to watch and listen and follow live along before going with live cash. I definitely messed that sentence up, but it's very important. I remember my first week in the orientation, when I was brand new, I definitely lost money because I was trying stuff that I didn't understand. Pay attention to what we're doing, then learn to trade with us, and then it's a good idea to trade. You do what you want. It's your money. It's your career. But that's my biggest number 1 recommendation. Paper trading is totally acceptable. I do it in my head often when I'm not trading. I'll just look at the option pricing or look at the level 2. There's nothing wrong with that. Even if you want to say proudly I'm paper trading today, we respect that. We really do. Ask questions. Ask questions. So if you type in @Eddy and then hello, like that, like I just did in the chat, Eddy, @Eddy, hello with a question mark, it'll alert me on the screen and it'll show that a question's been asked. So you can type that to me or to Geronimo or anyone else in the room to get their attention. Don't, bombard us with a bunch of questions right at the open, market open, of course, but when things die down, we will be very receptive to questions, of course. Very quickly, 11 means yes, 22 means no. That's just a quick code for us to get by. In the VTF, if you double click, it's either you double click my name or my avatar, you can follow people. I've just posted in the room a link that T3 did. It's about 3 or so minutes long, and it tells you how to use the VTF. Just looking at the VTF, it seems really simple, but there's actually a lot going on in the background. A lot of settings. You can change the colors. You can follow people. If you want to mute people, you can do that. It's a very powerful tool, and will be your best friend this week. I promise you that. Important. So we're not going to go into too much detail on this, but if you're on a small account, this really does matter to you. Be aware of the pattern day trade rule. There are restrictions if you have an account under 25,000 and you're on a margin account, I think that's the rule anyway. Please contact your broker if you have any questions. Many of us are taking 10, 20, 30, 100, 200, 300 trades a day, and you need certain requirements to be able to do that. Again, please talk to your broker if you have any questions on that one. If you have a small account, you cannot be in and out of positions. You'll run out of settled cash. It's a whole thing. I don't want to get into it, but it is important. Very quickly on the software. So most of the people in this room use TC2000 or TradingView as our main software platforms. We do have some videos taken a couple months ago, led by myself, on how to set up TradingView, how to make it efficient, how I use it, how you can use it to your advantage. If you have any desire to learn more about that, just let me know. For charting, yes, thank you, Geronimo, for charting, of course. As it comes to trading, most people I know here are on Fidelity or Schwab, although I do think it's Fidelity now. Again, whatever works for you, whatever software you're happy with, that's fine. But I was on SSC or Schwab for I think 17 or 18 years, and I moved to Fidelity less than a year ago, and it's literally changed my life. So be sure to ask yourself those existential questions. Am I on the right trading software? Very quickly, yes, Hope, this is recording. So most common indicators that we use are going to be the moving averages, the 8 and the 21 exponential moving averages, and the 200 moving averages. The VWAP, pivot points, and volume. Our extended hours are going to be off while we're trading. And the time frames we focus on are 1, 2, 5, 15, and 30 minute, hourly, daily, weekly, monthly. In reality, it's really, for most traders, I would say it's the 2 and the 5 minute. Those are really the big ones. But of course, everybody is a different trader, so whatever floats your boat. Our daily schedule is as follows. I thought I had to sneeze, excuse me. From 9 to 9:30 a.m., so this is all Eastern time, of course. 9 to 9:30 a.m., we will be preparing for the day, usually led by Geronimo, most of the time led by Geronimo. I highly recommend that you have a pad and paper, right? A lot of numbers are going to be coming out. A lot of information is going to be coming out. It's very important to be able to reference that throughout the day, so I do recommend you have something to take notes with. From 9:30 to 11 a.m., the first 90 minutes, we're trading. We usually have the biggest moves here during this first 90 minutes, so this is focus time, this is game time. If you look at the numbers in the room, the amount of people in the room, it actually drops off because everybody goes to work after those first 30 minutes or an hour, right? So this is really the meat and potatoes of the day, in my opinion. Then from 12 to 1 p.m., we have CNBC hour. This is where the talking heads on the Fast Money halftime report, where they start discussing names. It tends to move names. Geronimo is on this one like white on rice. We call them out if appropriate. If not appropriate, we don't call them out, but we do pay attention to that hour. From 1 to 3, I consider it to be a little bit of the doldrums, right? You don't really have much going on. Volume's light. Your moves aren't very exaggerated, so it's a little bit harder to make money. Usually, not always. Usually. And then the last hour of the day, what we consider, we call it power hour. Some in the room call it murder hour. It's the last hour of the day. We tend to get some wild moves. There's this running joke in the room that if you show up for the last hour of the day, you could probably make your day. Lately, that can be true, but every day is different. Every day is really, really different, so we'll see. That said, from all hours of the day, news flow is always active. Geronimo is always looking at the news feeds. So there's always an opportunity waiting for breaking news to move a name or the market. So we are like snipers in a guard tower. We are always on standby to take the perfect shot. That said, if there's no news flow, there's no news flow. Is what it is. So that is my presentation. I did a 45-minute presentation in 15 minutes. That is impressive. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording.